And Hank Elliott had just picked up his second foul. And if you span both halves, you guys went up, scored them 48-12. Was that the best basketball of the season by this group? And what did you see that kind of triggered that?
I thought it was really good. I mean, I thought we were on point on both ends of the floor. I thought our ball pressure was really good. We were defending without fouling, and more importantly, our ball pressure really bothered them. You know, Virginia Tech is a really good team. Especially on the offensive end, when they're able to connect the dots and run their offense. And I felt like our ball pressure created turnovers, allowed us to get out in transition. And then when we were down by 2, I don't think we turned the ball over the rest of the half. And so we were getting shots. And then I've said, what has really allowed us to shoot the ball better from the outside has been our persistence to dominate points in the paint, through post penetration, offensive rebound, is generating good threes, open threes. And a number of people are hitting those open shots. And it's from that point on, I thought we played really, really well.
To stay on your point about the threes, how much of it also is just a greater awareness everybody has? There's a lot of recognition out there. They know when guys are open, they do the extra pass, and there's a lot of catch and shoot threes right now.
There are a lot of catch and shoot threes. They're good threes. They are, the passes that are coming to the shooters, they're on point and on time. And they're coming at the right time. And puts us in situations where we can attack closeouts. We're passing up good shots to get great shots. And I think I said this before, but we just have a number of guys that are settled and very confident in playing at a high level at the same time. And as a result, we were able to get another road win here against Virginia Tech.
Hubert, it's 6 straight wins, obviously, but 5 by double digits. What have you noticed about this group's sort of increasing ability to turn an 8 or 10 point lead into a 20-point lead and sort of step on the opponent and not let them back in a game?
That's a major difference than what was happening at the beginning of the year, pretty much almost 3/4 of the year, especially at the beginning. We were generating leads, and then it wasn't sustained play. We would give that back up, and we're not doing that now. When we're playing well, we have consistent, sustained minutes of playing well on both ends of the floor, and it's allowing us to extend the lead. And I think the more that we do it, the more confidence that we're getting from it. And the guys, you can talk about it, but it's even better when you can see it and experience it. I feel like every game our guys are seeing and experiencing what it looks like to consistently play at that level, stay at that level, and what that does for us as a team.
Mark? Let me ask you about your defense. Did you do certain things defensively to make it a tough shooting night for Virginia Tech?
Well, they've got so many shooters out there. It's not just one. And as I said before, their combination of ball and player movement is elite. And so one of the things that I kept telling them in regards to Virginia Tech is whatever it takes, and something is always coming. There's never a time where you can take a deep breath and think that you're out of the play. You always have to play defense before you play defense. I thought our guys were disciplined in terms of defending without fouling. I felt like every shot, whether it was from 3 or a mid-range game around the basket, was challenged. And I thought we did a really good job of keeping them off the offensive glass. They couldn't get second chance opportunities, and so that's always been good news for us.
Chip.
Yeah, Hubert, looking at Seth Trouble's game tonight, you get that big block in the first half. You talk about playing defense without fouling, but you play with a degree of toughness tonight. So can a team feed off that kind of play that he gave you?
Definitely. I always say we just need one person to step forward and make those type of plays, and then another person will follow. And then now you've got 2 or 3 others following, and then by the end of the day, you have the whole team. And those are the little things. Another little thing is RJ diving on the floor in the corner. It's not going to be on SportsCenter. They're probably not going to put that on Instagram, but those are huge plays for us that ignited us and allowed us to be able to take the lead and never look back. Those little plays, and I think we're consistently making more of those than we were at the beginning of the season.
Carl?
Another game with 5 double-figure scores.
Yeah.
How much easier does that make? How different is the game when you don't have to depend on 1 or 2 players?
Well, that's obviously that's great. I mean, we can, from an offensive standpoint, you want the most firepower that you have out there. You want guys to be able, you want 5 guys out there to have the ability to be able to score. And we've been consistently doing that over the last 3 weeks. Whether it's Vin in the post, RJ and Ian from 3, Drake driving. It's just we're getting impactful plays from a number of different people, and that goes back to, I think, the confidence and the comfort and how comfortable. We've got a number of guys that are at the highest in terms of confidence and comfortable out there in terms of their role and what they need to do out there on the floor.
Coach, 31-17 margin for your team on defensive boards. What do you like about your team's effort on the glass?
That's huge. I always think rebounding is the number one determining factor of outcome of a game. And we talk about rebounding. The 3 things that I talk about every day since we've come together in June is defense, rebounding, and taking care of the basketball. And if you can check those 3 boxes, doesn't matter who you play, it'll put yourself in a position to be successful.
Jeremiah and Andrew.
Yeah, I know, obviously, since you guys have, gone big, 2 of your top 3 scorers, come off the bench, and Seth and Ian, and they were obviously your leading scorers today. I guess how much of it, and I know, starting 5 is, the number 1, but how much of a lift is it when you can have, guys like that, come off the bench and obviously be your leading scorer?
Well, it's huge, having those type of players, not only does it sustain the level, but it sometimes even raises the level, and when you have those guys coming off the bench and your play continues to rise, that's something that's really good as a coach and really good as a team. But also, when I said that the guys are comfortable, just the willingness to, if I start, come off the bench, I just want to get in the game and I want to contribute, I want to play. And that's the attitude that's coming from this team. It's just, I just want to come in and just help the team. And just a nice place to be.
46 bench points is the most in an ACC game and second most all year to LaSalle. 2 more questions because Coach Young's ready. Andrew and Adam.
Going back to rebounding, I think in the last 5 games now, you guys are averaging about plus 13, 14 in each of those games. Was this just a simple matter of want, of want being elevated, or are there some other aspects to rebounding that they're collectively doing at a much better level now than they were previously?
I think there's more of a want. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I said our goal was to be plus 10 rebounding. If you ask them, they know it, plus 10. We weren't anywhere close to that. I think we only had 7 offensive rebounds tonight, but I think what has contributed to our dominance in regards to rebounding has been our ability to get second chance opportunities as well. And that's something that we had not been doing pretty much the entire season. So we've got consistently the 3, 4, and 5 getting to the offensive glass, so that helps out. And, we just talk about, finishing the possession with a rebound. And there were a couple times on free throws that we didn't box out, and we talked about them in the huddle. But those are things that we've gotten a lot better at and consistent at, and it's something that's really helped us be better.
Last one, Adam.
Hubert, Ian led you guys in scoring tonight. RJ had 15 points in the first half, but it seemed like just the way Seth played in the first half changed the game. Chip mentioned the block shot. He's dunking the ball. At one point, Doug's checking his nose and mouth over there because he's sticking his nose. What he gave you in the first half, did that sort of take you guys to another level, do you think?
Yes, his play did take us to another level. Seth has the ability to do so many things out there on the floor and just be impactful in so many ways. He's our best and most disciplined on-ball defender, so he can pick up full court. He can guard guys in the post, obviously in the perimeter. In transition, his ability to run the floor and athleticism to be able to finish above the rim. He's starting to knock down his 3 now. getting to the free throw line. He's one of our better free throw shooters, and just he's one of the guys that, from a vocal standpoint, has raised his level in terms of communication in the huddle in the locker room. And I've been encouraging him just to continue to build that because we need it, and the teammates are feeding off of him.
Thanks, Coach.